Good morning, everyone. I'm starting the video from Monday, this update video to go over the current scenario, right? To update. The possible movements we might have this month and week are because today we're practically starting the month on the 3rd, also kicking off the week, right? The market over the weekend was quite atypical, a market full of information, right? Mass liquidation, what we call a black swan. The market experienced a sudden drop, especially in Bitcoin, right? Even considering Bitcoin's dominance, right? Bitcoin's dominance is very strong. It didn't drop in a desperate way, right? The movement we expected in, mainly because we're short on Bitcoin, right? I still haven't taken a shock position on Bitcoin, and I'm thinking about whether I should go long or not. For now, okay? I shared this position both in the VIP community, gave some spoilers in the free community as well, and I also shared it with you here on YouTube, right? The possible setup, possible analysis, right? And it's a possible movement. Actually, through the analysis I did. However, in the VIP community, I provided more detailed information. We took a short position around 105,000, and we're still holding that short. The structure we had was as follows. The market had swept the liquidity from TH, the old TH, our BSL. After that, a downward flow began. It created a shock, a change in character. We looked for the internal liquidity that was being accumulated. The price mitigated that liquidity. It mitigated our hot zone and started the downward movement. Within this downward movement, we also had a bullish range that swept the liquidity from the previous month. It formed the bullish range with quite a bit of internal liquidity, and there was also the hot zone. In fact, it already rejected our long zone, which I had shared in the community, a long zone around 92,900, right? 92,900 would be giving about 3% profit. However, I personally didn't take that buy, right? Some people took it, but I personally didn't take it. I warned in the channel yesterday that I wasn't going to take the buy because the market was really strange, right? It's a market that, it's not normal to open the dominance. It's not normal to open the dominance and see a movement like this. I had already mentioned it in the community, even right here. In the last video, the market's intention was to sweep the external liquidity, the liquidity that is outside the range. However, the market swept that liquidity. It still hasn't aligned. The flow, however, swept the liquidity in an aggressive way. Even the first movement was already an aggressive movement. So it already shows that the market is, and it's strange, it's complex. We also had a strong movement in the dollar at the opening. And some altcoins are bleeding a lot, right? So it's not in a stable market, an ideal market to trade. That's why I preferred not to open a long. Some people open, right? Just like some people opened longs on altcoins and got stopped out, right? My ethereal. In Ethereum, here's the thing. In Ethereum, we had a scenario. We had a bullish range, a rising range, and we even managed to catch a long in that area. We managed to catch a long in the area of 2009-10. We managed to catch a long in the area of 3.65. Yesterday, I had a long position in the area of 2740. That long ended up paying about 6%. However, later, the market came back in an aggressive way, really. Aggressively liquidating the lows, getting close to the $2,000 region. Why did the market do that? Internal data mainly, but there was quite a bit of liquidity to be swept. The market took advantage, the market took advantage. The market took advantage, the market took advantage, the market took advantage, the market took advantage, the market took advantage. The market took advantage of the fact that people were very optimistic because of Trump coming in. Because of the interest rate remaining stable. One thing that is optimistic for the market, however, institutions think differently. They take advantage of that euphoria to liquidate the masses. And we're going to take advantage, right, of this despair of mine. Actually, from the current market, we're going to set up a position in some altcoins. Is it for investment, right? For Bitcoin, for Ethereum? For now, I'm going to wait for the market, right? Because the market now tends to start generating liquidity. It's not about being this generation of liquidity. The market is going to start accumulating liquidity on both sides. Bitcoin, He probably still has the possibility to sweep the external liquidity at the lower part of the region, around 1,800. That liquidity was at the bottom. Ideally, we would see Bitcoin at 82, right? But I don't know if that's going to happen. They will wait for this generation of liquidity because the market is generating liquidity. Here, we can have a scenario for induction, right? So we might be able to take maybe even a new short position, or we can think about a buy position if there's an interesting alignment here. And for Ethereum, the same thing, right? But aiming for the region of 2100 to 2000 there, we can already start thinking about longs with lower leverage, right? Aiming for the medium term. Let's say it's an interesting swing trade and wait for this accumulation so we can get an entry set up. There too. For now, the market looks pretty bad, right? The movement is really strange, you know, it's like setting something up. Now it would be more focused on the swing trade, really. The possible investment is for the medium and long term some altcoins at a great price. So we're going to let you know about these opportunities. So there, I'm going to share with you in the VIP group. If you can't join the VIP group, just hang out in the free group. I give some spoilers about the side I'm taking and what I'm seeing for the market, right? That's it, folks, and have a great week. A good month. Keep at it with your studies. You can't stop, no.